Hey guys, welcome to another baby update. This is week 34. We definitely had a lot going on this week. So many super exciting things I'm super pumped to share with you. Some of them not so exciting and incredibly frustrating, to be honest. But I especially want to go through our ultrasound. It was so wonderful and so special to be able to see him. I cannot even describe it. We are about to leave for our ultrasound. I'm just so excited to see him and see how he's positioned and everything. We're gonna pray beforehand and hope that everything with his heart is okay. We're just gonna continue to pray and trust, and I'm just super excited to see him today. So I have a bunch of things to share with you guys about that, and then we'll go into some of the other things from this week. So first off, a lot of you guys know, if you've been following me, that you know the main reason for this ultrasound was to check on his heart. They made it seem like such a big deal that there was this flaw in his heart. They saw it at the 20-week appointment, and so this ultrasound was to check up on that and make sure that he, or at least check to see that he outgrew it. But the ultrasound tech was so chill about it, and she said, oh yeah, this is common, like this can happen a lot, and if it was tied with a bunch of other things, then there'd be reason for concern, but since it's not, we're not really concerned. And I'm just like, why did we have this ultrasound then? Because ultrasounds are expensive, and I'll touch base on that again in a little bit. But besides that, I still was really thankful that we got to see him, that we got to check in on it. I have more of a peace of mind now that it's not a big deal, which is super encouraging. It was just so much fun to see him. I really wanted to see how he was positioned. Like seriously, I can always tell where he is, and I was so curious. I'm like, man, I want to know, like, am I feeling like a butt? Is that a foot? Is that a hand? Like, what is that? So I was excited to see like how he's positioned. So we did find out that he is now head down. It was funny because a few days before the ultrasound, I actually did see and feel him do like this massive flip. Like my stomach went like, it was weird. It was so dramatic. The ultrasound tech said that that might have actually been him flipping. Like he could have been breech and then he flipped to head down. Who knows? But he is head down now, which hopefully he stays that way. She said I still have like a decent amount of amniotic fluid, but not enough to where he'll flip around again. So they're pretty confident that he's gonna stay in the head down position. So hopefully he does. There were so many things that he did that were so special, and it was just the coolest to see. Like he got the hiccups, and we did get videos of a lot of this, so I will pop them up on the screen. They're pretty short, like usually only a couple seconds long. This next one, we got to see him drinking amniotic fluid, so he was actually eating, which was really weird and cool to see. That video is kind of on a loop, so it looks like he's gulping a lot of times when really she just captured him gulp once. But he did gulp a lot of times, like we did see that, so that was really cool. At first we didn't get a good picture of his face, which we didn't get one last time either, like a 3D one. But I was kind of disappointed because he had his hands in front of his face, which is cute, but I was like, I want to see your face, little guy. But it worked out because just a little bit after that he moved his hands, and our ultrasound tech is so quick, so she jumped on it and she got pictures, so we did get a good 3D photo of his face, and his lower lip looks so huge. Oh my gosh, one of my friends mentioned that he might have been sucking on his upper lip, which makes his lower lip like stick out a little bit more, but who knows. It was just so exciting to see his face. And then we also got to see that he has a lot of hair on his head, which also doesn't surprise me because Tony's baby picture, he has a lot of brown hair on his head. I will not be surprised if he ends up being a hairy baby. We found out that he's in the 59th percentile. He's 5 pounds and 5 ounces right now, so he's actually smaller than I thought he was. My sister texted me, and actually her baby girl is almost at 6 pounds right now. So you guys know that my sister's due pretty much the same time as me. We actually think that she's going to be early. They keep fluctuating her due date, so they changed it from November 21st to November 15th, which is the same as mine, and then they changed it back to November 21st. But we're kind of thinking that because like her baby's size and everything, that we think that she might actually be due the same time as me. So we're not going to be surprised if she ends up being earlier than her like due date, just because it seems like her baby's progressing the same as mine. We will see. And what else? Okay, so with him being in the 59th percentile, he's not gonna be like super huge or super tiny. He's just average. It definitely does make sense that like my pressure and like soreness and lightning crotch, oh man, it was so bad yesterday. I had to stop what I was doing and just immediately go take a bath. It just was continuous pressure and lightning crotch. It was not fun. So I just went and took a bath and that helped so much. But it makes sense that it's increasing, especially since he's head down, because that means, you know, he's putting more pressure down there. And we're only about 6 weeks out at this point too. You know, things are kind of getting ready to deliver the baby and kind of my body is getting more prepared for that. So it just makes sense that things are getting more sore and more intense. I still haven't experienced any contractions yet that I know of, which is good because, oh, you guys, this has been the biggest stressor and ongoing struggle. I'm really trying hard not to stress about it and really trying hard just to give it to God and keep praying about it and not worry. So my husband switched unions in July, and in the union you have to reach a certain amount of hours, which is 300, before your insurance kicks in, and there's even a 30-day gap after that. So our goal was to reach 300 hours by August 31st, so that way September would be like the gap month, and then October 1st is when our insurance would kick in. We were counting on that because my husband did reach the 300 hours on August 31st. So I called at the end of September to make sure everything was fine and dandy. Yes, insurance is going to start October 1st because I told you guys last week we weren't insured at all in September. We thought we were, but then we found out we weren't. So we're like, okay, not as big of a deal. September we don't have insurance, but October, with him being due November 15th, it was pretty important for us to have insurance in October. So anyways, when I called, I was expecting to hear a good answer saying like, oh yeah, like your stuff has been mailed out to you. But that didn't happen, you guys. I was so upset. Well, today started off pretty good. I can't believe it. I'm just so upset about this ridiculous insurance situation. I just thought for sure that it would start in October. I'm tired of being told one thing and then calling and having them be like, oh, just kidding, like it's actually this way. I'm like, it's just so frustrating being told so many different things. You count on what one person says and then it's like, oh, you were misinformed. Like, okay, well that doesn't help. At least now we can count on it starting November 1st. But until then, I've just been trying so hard not to stress, and this was like the icing on the cake, you know? Keep praying, you guys. I have not been that upset probably my entire pregnancy. I just was so frustrated. This has been such an ongoing process. We've had people tell us one thing and it ends up being another thing, and it's like, why can't people be on the same page? It's so incredibly frustrating. They said because October 31st landed on a Monday, and because of the way that this specific union reports their hours, Monday didn't count. So he was 6 hours short of the 300. Can you believe that? Right after I got off the phone with her, I just started crying. I just was so upset and so frustrated. I'm like, now I don't know what we're gonna do. I mean, we do have options, but it's gonna cost so much money. So right now we're working on contacting Cobra to see if we can get insurance through them, but it's gonna be like $1,300. And that's just to have the insurance. Like if he ends up being born in October, there's all the labor and delivery expenses and everything. Just this huge added weight of a cost. Our insurance will for sure start November 1st because obviously we have all of the hours. Like I said, we did reach them August 31st, but we currently are not insured, working on getting insurance. And I've just been like really praying and trying to trust in God even more. And I'm kind of tempted to just continue to trust and not get insurance, because with like my family's track record and his family, and with this being our first baby, usually they're not early, usually. So I'm tempted to just pay for our appointments, which is why I mentioned the ultrasound costing a lot. We got an anatomy ultrasound, which is going to cost us out of pocket around $300. Each of our wellness checks, which pretty soon go to once a week instead of every 2 weeks, are going to cost us about $70 out of pocket. So overall, I'm thinking, okay, we're going to have 3 prenatal appointments this month and 1 ultrasound. So that's going to be around like $400 to $500 approximately. I'm like, that's a lot cheaper than doing Cobra and paying $1,300. I follow this other YouTuber. I'm going to put her name on the screen. She's so sweet. She's actually also from Oregon, which I thought was really cool, but I've been following her journey since before she delivered her baby, which was earlier this year. I think it was in the spring. I want to say it was like April, but she talks a lot about the cost and the breakdown analysis kind of exactly how much it costs to have a baby. And she just went over all of her labor and delivery, and without insurance it cost her about $26,000, and hers went pretty smooth. Granted, she did have some complications with like nursing. For the most part, her vaginal delivery and everything went really smooth. So watching her breakdown of that cost, I just was like, oh man. But also we are gonna look into this other option. I'm pretty sure with Cobra that you can actually like have an incident happen and then sign up and it will backdate. So for example, like if we didn't get insurance and then maybe on October 31st, we ended up going into labor and having the baby that night, we could call Cobra and then they could backdate it up to 60 days. So then we would have coverage through that incident. We're gonna definitely ask them that and find out about that. If that's the case, then we probably won't purchase the insurance and we'll just wait and just see what happens. It's such a complicated thing. Which things just didn't cost so much money, but what would you do if you were in this situation? Would you just take the L and just buy the insurance and have that peace of mind just in case, or would you hold off and wait? You know, the backdate thing's a pretty nice perk. So I don't know, I could use your guys' advice. What would you do personally if you were in our situation? I wanted to tell you I stopped using the body pillow. I've told you just like the pressure and like that bruised feeling down there, it has been getting more and more intense. Lifting my leg up to put it around that pillow or even to move positions in bed is just getting way too uncomfortable. And so I was finding I was just kind of fighting the pillow and it was always in my way. So I just ditched it, and I've actually been sleeping so good. Almost all week long, I've actually slept through the night, except for yesterday. And I was so tired yesterday, but it just has been such a dream getting a little bit more sleep. There still has been a few nights that it takes a long time to fall asleep. That's, I think, the biggest issue is just falling asleep, because between like restless legs, lightning crotch, you know, just the pressure and just the general discomfort, it's really hard to fall asleep. So I've been taking baths pretty late. Night before last, I actually ended up taking a bath at like 10 past midnight because I just was fighting my restless legs so much. My dad did give me this like massager, which has been so nice. Oh my goodness. Here's what this massager gun looks like. So you turn it on from the bottom, and then there's different settings right here. So press the power button. That's just the level 1 setting, and you can turn it up so it goes like super fast, but I don't want it that fast. Feels so good on your thigh. And then it comes in this like super nice box, and there's all these different attachments. So this is like the perfect one for your shoulders or for going right down your leg. There's just tons of different options, which is so cool. And then it has a little booklet that teaches you how to use each one. And so I've been using that on my feet and my legs and also my arms, just to help with any sore muscles or restless legs or anything. And it has different attachments, so you can use it in different areas. And it comes with a little booklet that tells you like which area is best for each attachment. So at night, if I'm struggling with restless feet, I can either take a bath if it's really, really bad, or I use a massage gun, and that usually helps so much. So that's been a huge blessing. I've also been noticing my hands and my arms have been going numb a lot easier. I think my circulation is getting worse. I'm a little bit concerned because I will wake up in the morning and like this whole hand or just my fingertips. With this hand, it's mostly just my middle finger that's just completely numb, and I don't know why that's happening. I struggled with that before pregnancy, to where like my arms will go numb in the night and it'll wake me up or something, but not as bad as this. I think on Monday I am gonna ask my OB about it, just because it's really uncomfortable. I've heard that that can cause carpal tunnel, and so I'm just gonna ask about it and see what she says. Our maternity shoot went so good. I'm about to go get ready, do my makeup. I already did a little bit of my brows. Gosh, sorry. I am struggling so much today. I got 4 hours of sleep last night because we stayed at my parents' and we slept on air mattresses, and it wasn't the most comfortable. Plus my restless legs were crazy, and I had such bad razor burn in my thighs and like bikini line, and it was just a really rough night. So I'm really struggling to stay positive and stay awake today. I've been chugging water trying to wake up. Tony is such a sweetheart though, and he brought me Starbucks this morning, so that was just such a nice start to the day. It was so sweet. I have to be ready in about an hour. Curled my hair earlier, but since I've been using that Olaplex shampoo, my hair has just gotten so healthy and it has not been holding the curl, but I'm just gonna curl it before we go and hope for the best. We did it.
We done it. It's done.
So pretty. Oh wow, it still looks so pretty. Start people out and I'm like, my sister is just so talented. Oh my goodness, I told you guys she's taken all of our pictures. She's amazing. We went up to this beautiful spot in a field. It was at sunset and everything was just so beautiful. The weather ended up being really good. We were concerned that it might rain, but it actually ended up being perfect. And then the moon even was already so bright and bold behind us, so we got some shots with the moon in the background. I did a couple outfit changes. She has like this little collapsible tent that she brings so you can prop it up really quick. It's like a changing tent. So I changed at the top of a hill in the middle of a field in this little changing tent. I wish I could have gotten some more videos, but we were kind of in a hurry because the sun goes down, you know, really pretty quick. So I didn't get a chance to film a whole lot, but I filmed a little bit afterwards just so you guys can see kind of the area that we were in. Yeah, it was really special. I'm so excited to get those back. We're gonna get those in about a week or two. Tomorrow is our first baby shower, and then next weekend is our next one. Monday I have an appointment. Oh my gosh, there's just so many things that are happening. Time's going by so quick. I highly recommend taking baths if you have been feeling any discomfort, like in your back, in your pelvis, like bruised feeling, lightning crotch, anything. Baths are so nice. And then Dr. Teal's bubble bath or Epsom salt, man, baths just are so nice. I have been taking a bath almost every day, sometimes even twice a day, because it's just so relaxing. Not usually for very long, only for about 15 to 20 minutes is how long I generally will stay in there. I don't know what it is, it just helps relieve everything. I wish I had like a pillow that I could put back there. That would make it an extra luxury experience, just have a pillow and just like relax. All right, let's get into the baby bump. I do have one little spot on my shirt. I accidentally dripped a little bit of foundation on it. Hopefully you guys don't see it. Just ignore that, but we're gonna do the baby bump. So 33 weeks, this is what he looks like. I guess I forgot to push the record button when I went to record the baby bumps, so I'm gonna go put my jeans back on because I'm currently in sweats. I wanted to be more comfortable editing this on the couch, but I'm gonna put my jeans back on and we'll do the update for you guys now. So here he is, my little 5-pound baby in there. Getting bigger every day, my goodness. Definitely finding myself waddling a lot more. And then of course our last thing is some gifts. So this super sweet friend of mine, oh my goodness, she sent us so many onesies. I want to show you guys every one because each one of them is different. They're so cute. She sent newborn sizes and then 0 to 3 months. So there's some that are just slightly bigger than others. This one is one of my favorite ones. It's in this baby blue. It says, "All I need is milk and Jesus." And there's this gray one that's long sleeve that says "Future Swiftie." This little like periwinkle, it says "Mommy's New Man." This is another Taylor Swift reference. Player's gonna play. Isn't that fun? This one's one of our favorites. Like I love monogrammed things or things that have like name on it and such. So this one is just a white onesie that says Connor Anthony. It's in silver, like metallic writing, so it's a little harder to see on the camera, but so cute. This is another one of our favorites, "Learning to Walk in His Ways." This is Isaiah 30:21. Handsome like daddy. I'm so sure that he's gonna look like Tony. Seriously, you guys. When he's born, we will definitely be doing a side-by-side with a baby picture of Tony and with Connor. I don't personally think I have a baby picture of me. I'm pretty sure my parents don't have one. If they do, I don't know if they know where it is. I mean, they have 11 children, so I feel like it's probably hard to keep track of all of that stuff, you know? He's probably gonna look so much like Tony. Anyways, here's our next one. This one says, "Ain't no mama like the one I got." This one Tony thought was so funny. Oh my gosh. It says, "You got this, daddy," and then it has like little arrows. It says where the head goes, where the snaps are, and where the feet go. And then our last one, which is one of our favorites. This is a little gray shirt that says in green, "A Tony and Victoria production 2020. Aren't those just the cutest thing? Oh my goodness, we were just so surprised. She texted me and was like, "Just so you know, like you have a gift arriving today." She wrapped every single one of these individually and so cute. She actually wrapped them in green and blue tissue paper, which was not even on purpose. She didn't know that those were our favorite colors. Holy smokes, you wrapped them all separate? What? Oh my goodness. And so I gave Tony all the green ones to open and I opened all the blue ones. It just was such a fun time. So extra special thank you to Jessica for sending us those. I will be washing all of his clothes really soon, probably right after the next shower. I'm gonna wash them all and then put them up on the closet. My parents are coming this weekend because my mom's coming to the shower, and then my dad is gonna be painting the nursery. So I have been vlogging a lot of that for you guys, so we're gonna have a nursery reveal hopefully sometime right after October 15th, because I've told you guys that's like my deadline for when I want to be ready. We're gonna watch some Lamaze, I think it's Lamaze classes on YouTube. I think we're gonna maybe find some. If any of you guys have good recommendation for those classes on YouTube, let us know. They're not currently offering any in our area because of, you know, so we're just gonna watch them on YouTube, but that's like the time that I'm like, okay, we need to be ready. I want to have bags packed and all that stuff by then. So that's everything from me today. That's all of our updates. Thank you again so much for watching and for following us on this journey. It means so much to us. I hope that you guys enjoyed this and all the updates and everything soon to come. It's getting pretty exciting as time goes on. I will keep updating you guys the best that I can, and I hope to see you in the next video. Oh, don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell, and you can follow me on social media as well if you would like to. Have a great rest of your day, you guys. Bye. Mwah.